Now, if you're playing our Via Grand Marshal for the day game, the 0 Jack Sprague is not our secret spinning car, but he has just brought out the 10th caution of the night with a big spin at turn 4. And then after he spun it, he turned it right up into traffic trying to get away.
Man.
Oh, my gosh.
What would Ken Squire say? Oh, be still, my heart.
Yes, he would. Or, Grandma, put your teeth in your pocketbook for this one. Have a look here.
That was earlier. That's not this one.
Oh, no, this was much earlier.
This was a practice.
This wasn't even a spin. Let's go to pit stops, then we'll show you what brought out the caution. Steve?
And Kevin Harvick, they're going to make a track bar adjustment, Mike. They also made an air pressure on the number 29 Ford tires for Kevin Harvick. They took 2 tires early in the race, now 4, and their work is done. Matt?
Now Labonte is in, Steve. They're going to make a slight air pressure adjustment. Bobby Labonte very happy with his race car as Bill Elliott. But here comes a 25 on by the 18. As they finish service on the left side, he stalls it a little bit but gets off.
I'm going to tell you what, Joe Nemechek, that group, they got the job done on pit road. But I'm going to tell you some guys that stayed out that were on the lead lap, and it hadn't been that long since they were on pit road. Robbie Gordon, I need to check here in a second when they come back around. I think he's going to be leading this race after at one point being 4 laps down.
I think the 25, Larry, I kind of think he didn't get 4 tires.
They took right sides only. We're getting a report right sides only.
And Captain Nemo was coming. He was up to 7th place.
I love that car. That car is flying.
Now, here's Jack Sprague's spin that brings out the caution.
He does. You know what?
Whoa. Boy, that was close on Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, what his problem now is, I think he's got a left rear tire cut down. I think that contact he made that first go-round we saw cut his left rear tire down.
Yep.
That's why he's having trouble getting righted. He was wrong, now he's righted.
Been a busy night for the pit crews. And with all stops timed, the participating crew in the McDonald's drive-through challenge, fueled by Powerade, will win $20,000. Michael Waltrip leads the standings for the $200 grand at the end of the season.
And let me tell you, Michael's done a pretty good job of keeping himself in this race too, Larry. He struggled there early on, but with Tony out, he's got a good chance to move up a little bit more in the points.
Here's what Dale Earnhardt Jr. saw. On the start of the race, he had to avoid Robbie Gordon. And from thermal cam.
You'll see this track heat up here in a second as he starts spinning these rear tires.
Oh, you see, he's got a left rear tire down there, and it's just leaving that one little streak.
Now, cars that stayed out, our top 4, Mike, Robbie Gordon, Jamie McMurray, Todd Bodine, and Ricky Rudd, they pitted about 20 laps ago, so they stayed out. So they are leading the race. Everybody else, pretty much except Joe Nemechek, has 4 fresh tires. We're coming to the green with 97 laps to go.
And we'll crank it up.
There's 2 cars that if you're going to win this race tonight, you're going to have to outrun, 31 and 25. That 31 car, he is for real. He didn't make those laps up by luck. He drove them up.
That car was so bad at the start of this race, he couldn't drive it.
I know. I wouldn't give you a plug nickel for him even making it to the pits. On his own power.
Much less to the finish of this race.
Right.
And now he's the 11th different leader of this race. That ties the record for the 3/4 mile track here at Richmond.
And speaking of the 25 car, Joe Nemechek, he's battling right now. Ricky Rudd for the 4th position. Look at the car right behind him, the 6th car. Like Joe Nemechek, we got the report from our guys in the pits. He changed 2 tires only, so everybody else has 4 tires. Like Kevin Harvick in that 29 car. I think that's another car these cats may have to beat tonight, Darrell.
For 7th place, Bobby Labonte on the outside of Harvick.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon, I've been watching him, guys. I don't know what's wrong with his car. It acts about like it did in the beginning of the race. He is going all the way to the end of the line. The longest line.
He's fallen to 17th. Boy, Terry Labonte's fought hard to get back on the lead lap. He is 27th of 28 cars on the lead lap here at Richmond with 91 to go.
And Kenny Schrader right behind him in the 49 car. He's back on the lead lap now. The leader, Robbie Gordon's breathing down his neck right now. But Kenny Schrader, like Terry Labonte, they need a caution to get back on the lead lap and stay.
You know, it's hard to believe this is the first Winston Cup short track race Robbie Gordon has ever led.
Well, again, I am pretty much amazed and just almost can't believe that he got that car as good as it is. They put that spring rubber in the left rear, tightened that car up, and he has been getting it.
This is a battle for 6 right here. Mark Martin in the 6, Kevin Harvick, Bobby Labonte in the 18 car. One box showing out the back of our leader, Robbie Gordon, looking at Kenny Schrader, who's back a lap down, and we're also looking in the 2 box here, the battle for 6 with Mark Martin in that group.
I'd say some cars that got up front there a little while ago, the 24, the 6, and a couple others, I think Bill Elliott, they were up there because of track position. They made a pit stop, and the caution fell just right and gave them the track position, got them up front. But I don't think any of those cars were all that great. They were okay, but they wasn't all that great.
Robbie Gordon has 1 Winston Cup win. Wasn't he the Thanksgiving turkey up in New Hampshire in that race that was rescheduled to that Saturday deal?
Yeah, the 2 Gordons, the 2 Gordon boys, they got to battling it out up there, and Robbie came out on top.
And speaking of battle right here, how about this battle? This continues for 4th with Ricky Rudd and Joe Nemechek. Thought Joe Nemechek had him cleared a while ago. They run up on Todd Bodine. But remember, Todd Bodine, he's on the lead lap. He's in 3rd position in the 54 car.
3 wide? No, almost. My goodness. And that cost Bodine. He had to back way out of it for Ryan Newman.
Yeah, the 12 car is trying to get out of the way.
And he should get out of the way. He's 116 laps down.
Yeah, I mean, he's been up there in the way quite a lot.
But as you said,
it's hard to get out of the way.
There's no place to hide.
Outside.
So the inside lane will prevail around Ryan Newman. That's a break for Dale Jr. It's a break for Mark Martin. But it's not going to help Kevin Harvick.
And what about we've talked about our leader, we've talked about everybody else, but how about that McMurray kid? He's running 2nd.
Got that track position.
Robbie Gordon, Jamie McMurray, Joe Nemechek, Ricky Rudd, and Bobby Labonte with 84 to go at Richmond. 27 cars on the lead lap at Richmond, and I think all of them have had a chance to run in the top 5 tonight at one time or another. John Andretti, just as we went to break, put us under caution for this spin at turn 2.
Probably a little bit of help from old DJ in the 88 car.
Yeah, quite a bit of help.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just a little.
It's that new logo.
It's faster. Terry Labonte came in. Jeff Gordon came in as well.
Yeah, I mean, the reason these 2 guys pitted, one, Terry Labonte got his lap back. He's back on the lead lap. Get fresh tires. You give up nothing. Jeff Gordon was going backwards. Needs to make adjustments on that car.
Dave Blaney and Mike Skinner, 2 more lead lap cars, also pitted.
Along with Greg Biffle.
Right. We're going to go back to green. 27 cars in the lead lap, and who doesn't have a chance to win it here in Richmond?
Got 69 laps to go.
Robbie Gordon has come from laps down to lead.
His car is so strong off the corner. I think you mentioned that earlier, Darrell.
Yep, he's back in that throttle, baby. He's digging.
Steve Burns is in Robbie's pit.
With crew chief Kevin Hamlin. Kevin, you guys have made an amazing comeback, and you go the rest of the way on gas.
Yeah, you know, Chevy was just fast all night. We got a flat tire right at the beginning, lost 3 laps. This salvage handling on tonight will be a real good deal for us. But yeah, we're pretty sure we can make it the rest of the way on fuel.
Pretty sure?
Pretty sure.
Well, I'm glad we interviewed him because that answers the question why that car was so bad in the beginning, had a flat tire.
Joe Nemechek is coming. Robbie Gordon was not quite 4 laps down. He was on the tail end of 3 laps down when a caution came out, and he has made all 3 of those laps up. But he's going to have to deal with Joe Nemechek here in about 2 laps.
Yep.
It's a battle right here between Bob Labonte in 18, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the Budweiser, the number 8 car. That's a battle for 5th. And right in front of them, I'm pretty impressed with that brand new race car that the Wood brothers brought here for Ricky Rudd, 21 car.
Another driver was not a factor in the first half of this race, but has come on strong.
Well, he was sideways then.
He almost came on wrong then. Got a little help from Dale Jr. I think Dale Jr. is a little impatient right there.
75 laps to go. And every green flag lap as we race the rain here in Richmond has had the fans on the edge of their seats or on top of them.
Well, you got 27 cars on the lead lap, and we've had a lot of different cars up front with chances to win and lead. It's been pretty interesting.
Nemechek for the lead. And Ricky Rudd looks really strong getting around Junior.
Battle for the lead right there on the left. Battle for 4th place on the right.
And Jamie McMurray in the rocking chair by himself in 3rd.
And he's been sitting there quietly, just kind of riding along. He's in a really good spot, out of harm's way, watching a great race.
And showing a lot of composure.
Had a 5th place finish at Fontana last week. Finished 2nd here in the Busch race in the fall last year.
Donnie Wingo, was with Jimmy Spencer for a long time, and they ran good here a number of times. I tell you, Wingo he's a fine crew chief. They made a good selection there to put him with that kid.
Bobby Labonte comes back underneath Ricky Rudd. 4th place.
Took him several laps. He finally beat him in the corner and then beat him back to the throttle off the corner. Now Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets into this battle with Ricky Rudd.
Rudd, one of only 2 drivers to win on the 3/4 mile here at Richmond and the previous half-mile configuration. The other, Dale Earnhardt. Robbie Gordon feels the heat.
He can take it, though. Robbie Gordon doesn't mind the heat. He can take it. He can dish it out. That was a good move.
You know who just breathed a sigh of relief? Peter Suspenso, Nemechek's crew chief. During that prior caution, they didn't get him in with the rest of the lead lap cars, and Nemechek has had to go from the back to the front, and he's done it.